Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Shadavia and this is Ohshebudgets, where we talk about all things money, budgeting, and savings related. If you enjoy budgeting content like budget with me's, cash stuff-ins, and even savings challenges, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. In today's video, I am going to be doing a budget with me for my second paycheck for the month of July. Now, if you guys have been following my channel, then you know that this is a magic month for me. And if you're not familiar with magic months, if you're not familiar with magic months, essentially all it means is that I'm going to be getting paid 3 times this month instead of my normal 2 times, since I do get paid bi-weekly. And so some people actually like to see it as a free check, but me, on the other hand, I just see it as a check that, I don't have as many bills to pay, but I still want to be intentional with my money. So I'm still going to do my budget just as I normally would. So in today's video, you guys will see that I don't have many bills that need to be paid on this check. Again, simply because this is like the extra check, but there's still some bills that need to be paid. So for starters, my mortgage and insurance and phone, usually I put in $452 into this account automatically. But for this check, I'm actually putting $0, simply because in that account, like I said, it's an account that my husband and I share, and so we put half each paycheck in there, and so technically my next check would be like my second half. So I don't want to put more in there than I actually need to. I mean, it wouldn't hurt, but I would also like to be able to put my money elsewhere if it's not needed, if that makes sense. So for this check, $0 is actually going into this account, which is going to leave us an amount that we're left to budget of $1,452.55. And again, this number is a little bit higher than it normally is because I'm not setting any money aside automatically for my mortgage, insurance, and phone. So this is my paycheck for this 2 weeks, I guess. That I am going to be able to budget out for my bills, cash envelopes, and any type of savings. So regardless of when it's due, when it's not due, my car note, I always pay, and I always pay half. So $249.50. And like I said, that's going to get paid every 2 weeks regardless, because my goal is to pay off my car as soon as possible. Right now, I really don't have I don't want to say the funds, but my focus is elsewhere. So I'm not putting any extra towards my car note at this time. But once I finish off some other financial goals, then I will definitely be attacking my car loan so that I can pay off that loan even faster. But $249 of this check, $249.50 is going for my car note. Then I also have Apple storage for myself, which is just $9.99. My daughter has storage as well, and hers is just 99 cents. And then one of the recent changes that I made in my budget was to set money aside for my light bill on both checks. So that way, being on a low income, I'm not coming out so much out of one check. So I have been, the first check, I always take out $100. So that's what I'm doing for this check. And then the next time I get paid, I'll do my light bill again, because the bills that will normally get paid on this check is the ones that are going to get paid on the 29th. So that will be the second half of my light bill. And so if my light bill is $250, then I'll take out $150 from that check, since I already have $100 set aside. So let's go ahead and do the numbers. So we started at $1,452.55. Then we're taking $249.50 for the car, $9.99 for storage, 99 cents for another storage, and then $100 for lights. And so that leaves us amount $1,092.07. That's going to go into our daily cash envelopes and any type of savings that we're currently doing. So I always budget out $100 per week for my family of 5, because my husband does pay the second week. So one week I'll put 100, the next week he'll put 100. So I guess over the month, our grocery budget is about $400. Sometimes we go a little bit over, but for the most part, we like to stay on budget. So we're keeping it at $100. For gas, I'm gonna go ahead and budget this out for $80. I did go ahead and have to fill up my card before I actually received my paycheck tomorrow. So I put that on my credit card. I know, boo-boo. I put that on my credit card. And so once I get paid tomorrow, then I will just transfer that money back to that credit card. It actually came out to $71, but I just put $80 just to kind of round it up, just to have a little extra left in case, I do need to fill up like one more time, or just put a little bit of gas to kind of last me. I don't know how much, $9 would get me in gas, probably like 2 gallons, but I work from home. So if that's the case, then I'll have those funds set aside for that. For household, we don't really need much, but because I did have, quite a bit left over from my actual check after paying those bills, then I put in $40 towards household. And again, that will take care of any type of cleaning products, toiletries that we need for the household. I don't think we'll use that entire thing because we usually budget like $20. And so that's kind of our comfort zone. And so that's how we usually work it. So like if we need, paper towels 1 week, or tissue, we'll kind of split it in half, like $10 worth of paper towels, $10 worth of tissue. Or if we need like some toothpaste, toothbrushes, things like that, then we'll just kind of work it out so that it makes sense for our budget. Or if it's something that could wait till next paycheck, then that's what we'll do as well. Self-care, I always give myself self-care money. And again, because there's so much left over, I am giving myself $100 for self-care. Now, my daughter and my husband's birthday is on Saturday. We've already celebrated my daughter's birthday at Painting with a Twist. And her friends absolutely loved it. They loved it. Like, there's nothing else to say about it. She was so happy. But since Saturday is her official birthday, I still want to take her out early in the day, maybe to go get her nails done or something like that, for the both of us before I take my husband out to dinner later that night. So I am setting $100 aside for self-care so that I can also get my toes done as well. I'm not a fan of the acrylic nails. They just don't work well for me. So I'll probably just get my toes done and get her nails and toes done as well. Miscellaneous is getting 0. Again, we're keeping it very intentional with, trying to keep everything on budget, on a schedule, have everything have a home or a place. So we're just going to leave it at 0 for now. Family fun is getting $100 as well. We're kind of, winding down to the start of school, so we need to start planning some fun activities before it's time for the kids to actually go back to school. So moving on to our savings, which is probably my favorite part of my budget all the time. So I have my 100 envelope challenge that I'm still working on. I don't see myself finishing it at the end of the year, just being 100% transparent and realistic with you guys. So I am just going to give myself, maybe like to the middle of next year. If I finish it by the end of this year, that would be awesome, amazing, great, wonderful, like, all those good things. But just at the rate that I'm being able to complete it, and as the amounts are getting higher and higher, I don't want to give up, but I do like to set realistic goals for myself. And 10K on my income in 1 year, it's a little stretch. But again, when I started this challenge, last year I did the 5K challenge, and I just felt like it was easier for me to complete that challenge. So maybe if I would have went like 7,500, then it would have gotten progressively better instead of just doubling it. But even this year, like there's been opportunities where I felt like, you know, for example, paying off debt, like I could have put that money, you know, towards this envelope challenge instead of having to pay that debt back, and that I could have been a lot further along. But nonetheless, still celebrate the wins. I still been making amazing progress. And so on this check, I'm actually going to be filling 3 more of my envelopes. So I'm gonna do 94, 96, and 98. And so that is going to take us to $288 that I'm setting aside for that. I am still working on Chris Budget's back to school savings challenge. So that other half is $100. And I did already buy the uniform for my son. I think it came out to be like $78. So, and I set $100 aside for that. So there's still little funds left over from that, but we're gonna also go ahead and put an additional $100 because I need to get my daughter some clothes and shoes. But I'm really considering doing like a time capsule wardrobe where I only buy like 4 or 5 different pairs of pants and like, you know, 4 or 5 different shirts for starters. And then that way, like she can make like, I think there are usually like 30 plus outfits that you can make from, you know, those articles of clothing. So I'm still researching that, but I think that's the best route because with kids, even with adults, like we don't wear all of our clothes all the time. So it's really kind of pointless and a waste of money. But I'm still working on it, and I'll make sure, you know, when that time comes or when I finally, you know, make that purchase, then it makes sense for my budget and I'm not, you know, doing too much. For my sinking funds, my sinking fund is getting $134. And that is for like some upcoming, you know, future events or future planning, essentially like my car maintenance, date nights with my husband, anything for my kids, birthdays, holidays, etc. So 134 is for that. I'm still investing in my Roth IRA. And quick story time really quick, because I don't want this video to be too long. But so I had been transferring the money to my Roth IRA account, but I haven't been like actually investing. So the money has just been sitting there, except for the first time. Like the first time I put money into my Roth IRA, I completed what's called like an order. So I was able to buy like some shares, right? So then I, you know, each pay period I've been putting money into my Roth IRA, and then just recently I checked it and my husband had to let me know. He was like, your money's just sitting there, like you're not, you know, you didn't buy anything with it. So not only do I have to transfer the money, but I also have to like place an order, like buy some shares, buy some, you know. So I was just like, okay, so I'm glad he taught me that. Or, you know, I'm still very new to investing, so there's not a lot that I know, but I was glad that he was able to let me know so that, you know, the money is just not continuously sitting there. I am losing money, but hey, that's how the stock market goes. That's how investing goes. I'm in it for the long run, so I'm not planning on taking money out until I'm like retired or a lot older. So the fact that I'm losing money, it doesn't really bother me. I mean, I would literally probably be putting the money somewhere else and not even remember where it went, or, you know, just wasting the money. So I like to invest in my future, and I'm glad I'm able to finally start doing that. And then the last thing that I have on my budget for this paycheck is my emergency fund. If you guys missed my Transfer Tuesday video, go ahead and make sure you guys go watch that. I am working on my starter emergency fund for this check because I did have a lot extra. I am going to be taking out $100 to go towards that goal. And that goal is, my goal is to have that one completed by the end of August, so next month. I am about 70% done already, so I think it'll, fingers crossed, it may be before August, but if it's before August, that's even better. But I am giving myself to the end of August to be able to fund my starter emergency fund. So now that we have, you know, our numbers put in, we can finally confirm that this should take us down to a zero-based budget. Let's see here, 100, 288, 100, 134, minus another 50, minus 100. Perfect. So it does take us down to a zero-based budget, and that is the budget for the next 2 weeks. If you guys made it this far in a video, since it is my husband and my daughter's birthday coming up on Saturday, go ahead and leave them a happy birthday and a cake emoji to let me know that you guys made it all the way through to the video, and also just so I can show them that you guys are supporting my channel and, you know, wishing them a happy birthday as well. Again, if you haven't subscribed, what are you still waiting for? We're so close to 1K supporters, and I love reading you guys comment. I love receiving you guys feedback. Like, I just absolutely love it, and I'm so glad that my transparency makes me relatable and you guys are enjoying my content. But that is all for today's video. Thank you guys as always for watching, for supporting, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.